Oh, I laid right in that, didn't I? Oh my god, I'm so weak. I don't know why I'm so weak for this build.
I can't yet.
Like, what's up with Wolf? You know what I mean?
I need more time. Weakling! The ground shudders, and the light withers. Death claim you! I need more time.
Hmm. I get just no fucking power whatsoever. No toughness in the werewolf form. It's so weird. I don't ever feel weak outside of werewolf form. Huh.
What do you learn?
What? I've got some trinkets. I will tell your tale. is something.
Yeah, it's really not all that great.
Farewell.
Like, it's just too weak for me to want to even use.
How can I advise? Nothing is set in stone. Steel yourself! I need more time.
That's noticeably tankier though, which is hilarious to me. How'd I get down here before and it worked? So weird. Okay, so I reset my fucking points and it totally is bugged. It's just bugged, this game. Like, I reset my whole tree, and then it, like, reapplied points somewhere else. That's fucking weird.
Quickly. I've changed my mind.
Okay. It's like it rewrites the fucking code.
I can't yet. I'm not ready. Face your end. I release you. Now fight.
Oh my fucking god. Yeah, we're not doing this. We're not doing it with this build, with this class anyway. I really just like the druid. Fuck this shit. Fuck this shit.
Young one. All right. Of course. Here, have this.
I do like the idea of the build, though. Oh shit. Oh yeah. Okay.
Primal Druid, a man torn between two worlds. But our forests have no place for another. Captain!
Seems that Dreyarch's not done with me yet.
By the first ones! I'm glad to see another living. I would appreciate it if you could. Breach clear fell.
The beast still waits within. Feels familiar.
Yo, what's going on, Mr. White? I'm still just theory crafting builds over and over again. Nothing new here, bro.
Like meeting an old friend I kenna name. Die, fiend! You there! Please, hang on!
I'm going to try to make a. I mean, I'm really just waiting for swords to come out of this, swords and axes. You know, the other weapon sets, because I really just want to make a true, like a Templar. I would love the Templar to come out. So I'm just gonna make a little fire Templar right now. With mace.
Trust me. Hey, later.
A thief. Let's hope he's the honorable kind.
I really just want a freaking proper, you know, Templar.
Welcome. I can all some. I feel.
She wears
Sorry. Oh, I like this one. Stay safe if you can.
I don't think I'm gonna take this volcano. All right, there's a couple things we gotta do here.
Hey. Hey, not bad. See ya. Hello.
Be nice if I could get a little movement speed on these boots to begin with. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. Fuck. Yeah, I know, man. Well, in Poe 1, I really liked Smite. It was like my favorite melee attack, like Vol Smite. And then those attacks where you can, as you're attacking, you're summoning those scepters, whatever the fuck they were called. I can't remember what the hell they were called. The specters. They were called something. Can't remember. That was my favorite shit, man.
Druid! Over here!
Name's Farah. Speaking of, let's investigate that rampart. Ah.
Yeah, like Living Lightning is kind of similar. That's why I like Living Lightning a lot, but
I told you we'd make a fine team.
That was good on you.
not the same though. I mean, I just think this game is still missing, like, it feels like it's missing some like really fundamental elements. For example, I just feel like some of the let's see here. For example, without all the weapons in the game, okay, and with just the weapons we have, like none of them cross-play very nicely together. Like there was this whole like push when this game first came out. Jonathan was always talking about like combining weapons and doing and actually weapon swapping. But there's really no reason to weapon swap except for very specific builds that really aren't ever going to be meta. So like I just would like to see a lot more crossplay with the abilities and weapon sets. But they really went away from that when they introduced, for example, the Elementalist, and they started using these infusions So like it used to be, you know, the abilities would just do good by themselves. So you could like bring a Frost Nova with you with a mace if you want to freeze everything around you and then mace attack, right? Or freeze everything around you and then use your staff, your monk staff to like ice strikes and stuff. Like you could kind of use like back in like one point, like the first editions of this game, the first couple seasons, you could cross-play Elementalist with a lot of different melee builds, which was fun to build some fighter mages. But now you need infusions in order for the skills to do good. So now you have to combine multiple elemental skills just to gain infusions and then use the skill you want, like for example, Ice Nova, to deal more damage. And then of course, now I have no room to really cross-play Elementalist because now I got to stack elemental shit. And Orb of Storms used to read casting a skill inside the orb, it used to read casting a lightning skill inside the orb would trigger a lightning, chain from the orb. Now it reads let's see here, where does it say it? Wait a minute, why does it not tell me? Oh yeah, now it says fire a bolt every 4 seconds and when you cast a spell near the orb. So now like they took lightning orb, because you used to be able to use lightning orb with like lightning arrow. And you could use it with lightning strikes from the monk, and it would, every time you would cast a lightning skill inside the orb, it would fire, it was cool. And now they totally fucked that over and forces you to use a spell inside of it. So it totally removes my ability to weapon swap with that ability. Like there's a lot of things, almost every ability in here requires like spell or melee attack or range attack. And I wish they would just say any attack, or I wish they would just say any skill. Like I wish all of these that say spell or melee attack, I just wish it would say skill. Like let me use any skill in combination with Orb of Storms. You know what I mean? Because that's what the fucking game was supposed to be in the beginning. We were supposed to be weapon swapping. I mean, we were supposed to use these fucking weird-ass... I don't see them right now because I don't have any. Weird-ass weapon skill points nobody fucking uses. Because we're not using we're not using completely different weapons. We're either melee, or range, or spellcasting. There's no reason, ever, in this game, to use weapon swap skill points. And that's the whole thing when you're like me and you're a theory crafter and you see mechanisms built into the game that aren't really complete yet. Like there's no reason for a lot of the stuff to use a lot of the stuff because it's just there's nothing built around it yet. So, like, I'm really just kind of waiting to see by the rest of this year, like, when 1.0, like, I don't think they're going to incorporate or really focus on giving us the ability to swap weapons more reliably and more incentivized to swap weapons. I just don't think that's going to happen. Which is fine, as long as, like, I can get all the weapons. Because I think you're going to basically be keeping melee together. You're going to be keeping ranged attacks together. Whatever attacks and skills synergize with your skill tree, you're going to keep together and use together. You're never going to use a spell if you have no... First of all, if you have no projectile damage on your character and no spell damage on your character, you're never going to want to use a spell to, like, add to your build. And it's funny because they did do one thing that kind of incentivizes weapon swapping by taking away the weapon swap delay. They took that away, but there's still no real reason to weapon swap, except for very specific like builds. So I don't know. A lot of weird shit, but it's all good. Excuse me, Jesus Christ. Yeah, you're gonna always want to keep them together. And like scepters were my favorite melee weapon in Poe 1. They were my all-time favorite weapon in Poe 1, and they're not even a fucking weapon in this game. Like I think that's another thing I feel like is incomplete. I really think scepters should have a basic attack. If scepters just had a basic melee attack, or even depending on the scepter, whether it be a spell attack or a melee attack, like, god damn it, that would be so fun. If they just gave scepters like each scepter a basic attack, I would run Scepter Shield 24/7. It's so weird having scepters not even have an attack.
Sorry. Oh, I like this one. Bye.
Oh, fuck. Go well.
I don't know if I ever saw that one. Is that like an endgame scepter? Oh wow. Oh yeah, I've seen that one. Yep. And I kind of wish they had more like. All right, I'll say my other complaint is there are a lot of like useless uniques. I wish they would just adopt the concept that, especially for unique weapons, every unique weapon should always have the top tier damage output for that level of weapon. So like when I see a unique weapon drop, I know it's going to be top tier damage at least for that weapon. I mean, they're fucking unique. You know what I mean? They're rare. Like, why are they unique weapons with really cool abilities that are like I had found this weapon unique talisman, and it's kind of cool effects on it, but the damage, even for the level that it drops at, is low. Like, I could make a better weapon with just a couple transmute orbs. You know what I mean? And it's like, that really should not be the case, in my opinion. Especially for a unique, though. Like, I should be able to make something equal to it, but not better. Not easily make something better than it. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. The fact that they don't have that and Diablo does is insane to me. I mean, I know it's like, I mean, this game is set up perfectly because how gritty and tactical it is and how hard it is. This game is set up perfectly for like taking the Path of Exile 1 crafting and just revolutionizing it with like an idea like you just said and others. God. I mean, it would just be so good. Okay. I mean, even with mace, like, regular mace attack is still the best fucking ability for the fucking mace. I mean, what am I playing, right? Like,
Curse upon this land.
because they need a lot. And I see like a lot of post streamers, you know, Scissorin and all these fucking dick suckers. They're like, "Oh, it's the best ARPG ever made now." I'm like, dude, the game is great, but it is completely and utterly unfinished. Still, like, it is not the greatest ARPG of all time yet. It absolutely has the potential of becoming that one day. But I don't think we're like, I really enjoyed my season that I played with Diablo 4. I still think Diablo 4 is a little bit more of an enjoyable game to play if you don't really care about trading. As long as you don't care about trading, Diablo 4 is still a by far more enjoyable game to play than this. This game is a chore, man. And it doesn't have everything, you know what I mean? What I do like about this game over Diablo 4, though, is that it does require skill to play. Like, you can't be stupid and play this game. And that's why I prefer this game over Diablo 4, but like fun factor, Diablo 4 is more fun. This game's just more difficult. I mean, I love the simplicity of it. Even as a theory crafter, I can respect the simplicity. Like you have to just accept Diablo for what it is. It's what a lot of people have to like realize when you're playing multiple titles. You kind of have to treat each title as an individual, and you know, try not to compare them to other titles and just kind of enjoy the game and play the game for what it is rather than always hoping it's something else. Which is why when I have my pet peeves about this game, I know what they're gonna. I know the game is gonna have swords and shit later. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not comparing it to like another game. I'm just saying this game is incomplete, and because it's incomplete, especially skill wise, theory crafting and your builds are always going to be incomplete because you don't have all the tools yet to make like a build. You have a lot of missing abilities that you could potentially put together to build a really fun Templar or a really fun like flavor builds. Like, one of my favorite builds I ever built was basically Sub-Zero from Mortal Kombat with the monk. Like, flavor builds are some of my favorite stuff to do. Another favorite was I built, I don't know if you ever played Primal Rage way back in the day, but there was my favorite character in Primal Rage. It's another fighting game, and you play as dinosaurs, and you would just basically fight like Mortal Kombat, but dinosaurs. And my favorite character in that game, he went by the name Armadon. And he was basically an armadillo dinosaur with thorns and stuff. So I tried to make that in this game with using the dragon and thorns and made Armadon. That was fun. I played Last Epoch when it first came out. I thought it was fine. You know, I enjoyed what I wish Path of Exile would do more, if we were going to compare Path of Exile to another ARPG, is what I liked about Last Epoch is I like, even in Diablo, I like when you have a skill tree and you could have a skill that I'm using. Like, I used Healing Hands as a Templar. I built a Templar in that game. And I liked how you could take Healing Hands, for example, which is basically a self-heal, and you turn it into, like, you can turn it into a whole different ability. Like, I turned it into an attack that basically gave me infinite ward back in the day. And, you know, I was unstoppable. It was great, and it totally transformed my ability into an offensive skill. And totally changed how the ability works, too. Like, that kind of stuff is so cool to me. When you can, like, take a point in my skill tree, and it totally changes how my skill works. That's what I hoped, like, support gems would do in PoE 2 when PoE 2 was, like, announced and being developed. I was like, man, I hope the support gems don't just add effects to a skill. I hope it actually, like, I hope there's support gems out there that totally and completely and utterly change how the skill works. But there is none of that in Poe 2. Nor is there any of that in Poe 1 either. All you're doing is either changing the elemental damage that it deals or changing like the speed of which it casts. That's all you do in this game. Like the support gems in this game are very similar to the passive skill tree in this game, where the support gems don't really change anything. They just like amplify slightly the ability. Like you could take every skill gem, every support gem in this game. If we look at these support gems, every one, if you read them, every single one of these support gems could actually be a passive skilled node in the skill tree. Like this doesn't have to be a support gem. 30% chance to gain an endurance charge when heavy stunning a non-unique enemy. Like, just take out the supported skills and just say, like, with skills when hitting them with skills. You know what I mean? Change the wording. All of these, every single support gem can be a passive skill tree node. That would be amazing. And this would read, like, skills have a 25% chance to not remove charges. I mean, there's actually nodes that do this. There's actually nodes that do the same exact thing as as support gems in this game. None of these skills change how the supporting skill works in any way. It just adds effects. So it's like that to me is a problem. You know what I mean? Because that's what I mean, that's why I like Val skill gems in Poe 1. I gotta self-correct. They did sort of have that in Poe 1 with Vol skill gems. Vol skill gems didn't really change how the skill worked. It just made the skill way more powerful. But it was still, like, kind of nice to have something, at least, that totally, completely, and utterly changed how a skill worked. Well, not really completely and utterly, but changed how a skill worked. But right now, that's why I sort of get bored of this game sometimes. I go on hiatuses, and after I have theorycraft every class I could possibly think of, and I'm done theorycrafting, I usually stop playing, and I just go back to PUBG until the next season comes out or something new gets added, because it's like, I don't know. You use the same support gems for all your skills, and it's like, all right, well, it comes down to, like, okay, I could play this Templar with my mace, and I can try to stun an uppercut, or I can basically do the same exact thing, just using a different mechanic instead of stun with another ability. And it's all really you're just doing the same kind of thing. There's no, like, real diverse change in the classes that you play. Like, I mean, I gotta say, that's like the reason why Blizzard does a good job. Blizzard does a great job making each class feel like you're playing a totally different game, because they're just totally unique. Like, each class is totally unique. And I get, like, with Poe too, it's cool because you don't really. I always said they should take away classes in this game. You shouldn't even pick a class. You shouldn't even pick. You should just pick male or female for your character. And then when I start leveling up my character, I should be able to go anywhere I want. I should be able to start here if I want to start here. I could start coming over here. I could start coming over off this side. Like, I shouldn't have to start here because I'm a Templar, right? Or a Druid. I shouldn't have to start here. I shouldn't even have to pick Druid. I should just pick male or female, and then I basically build my own class every game. And then when I ascend, I can pick any ascendancy out of all the ascendancies. That would just be like, that's what I feel like the game is supposed to be. Because when you pick a druid, that's not your class. Your weapons that you use define your class, not the class that you pick at the beginning of the game. So that's an inconsistency that I find that bothers me. That I feel is like an incompleteness. Even Poe 1, like I always said, like the way they did the Scion, they should just remove Scion and remove like everybody should start in the center of the tree and redesign the tree as such. Because it's kind of weird, like. And for heaven's sake, like, you could even dumb the tree down a little bit. Nobody's going to complain if you make the passive skill tree a lot more user and noob friendly. Nobody's going to complain about that. Not even the hardcore players are going to complain about that. If you just made the skill tree make sense, like, immediately upon looking at it, it makes sense. Rather than having to spend 15 minutes and read and try to plan out your route. Dude, this game would have more players than Diablo. Immediately. Immediately it would.
No peace to be had here. Not even in death. It's shape and filth.
I have found though that the disciple is my favorite ascendancy in the game. I love disciple. Well, the thing is, Blizzard doesn't release their player counts. And Diablo has more than just BNet, and more than just Steam. Most people play Diablo on BNet.
Rest now, if ye still can.
Yes. Oh, I like this one. Stay safe, if you can.
Here I would have. Stick to the terms.
All right, let's see here. Let's see here. Shield charge. Living boob.
end here. He's unconscious, but he's breathing. Though, this wound... We should take him back to Clearfell. He may be the only one who knows what truly happened out here. Stay safe, if you can. The womb, only by account... The old magic still thrives.
Tainted blue! Begone, foul creature!
Creature. I actually think for this game, when they finally come out with Elemental Hit, that's actually going to be a really fucking fun skill to use. Especially with the way the tree is currently set up. Actually can't wait. Hate the poison ground.
inscriptions. I've never laid eyes on them before. Give me a moment. Well, no, keep up the search.
Quickly! My family has been abducted!
A place of undeath, crying out for release.
The dumbest freaking aura. The slow aura.
Nature takes what's old. Yet brave away.
Oh my god, fucking died. Couldn't even see my character, much less anything else right there. It's so confined. Oh boy. I wish I could find my gloves that I like.
Vile dog! Now you shall meet your end! To me, Draven! My love, I call to you!
Your grip on this world is broken.
Your grip is beast of facts. Oh golly, gee, I'm tired.
The trees be dead. Guess I can help move that for you later. Oi. You'll survive. Go well.
Sorry, I will die.
Oh wow, I fucking almost killed him.
Lions take ya!
Yeah, Pan.
Your grave awaits!
Interesting.
Draven, a name that lingers like a bad smell.
think I need a bigger gun. Oh. Oh, fuck.
Hello.
Hey, but it's not pretty.
What level is that? 10?
Well, you're welcome. Farewell, hero.
Yeah. Another for my collection. Thank you. Stay safe, if you can.
Level am I? Oh, hold on. Let me go level up real quick.
The Drake have nae forsaken me.
Damn. That's not a bad mace that I've already got, but if I can get me a level 10 or...
Pretty. Later.
Oh man, I need actually a... I would like a percent fizz on that, but not the end of the world, actually. Oops, I need strength. How you doing, buddy? How you doing, baby boy? How you doing, baby boy? No, daddy loves you. But I don't think that's actually accurate. A 6 to 13 fire damage is really good, though.
My skin raw. Silence is
Fuck.
so
Care to take a look? Not even sure where I've got a nice sheen to it.
There we go.
Watch yourself out there.
There we go. Okay.
Yes? Deal. Remember us when you're famous, eh?
Alright, so then... yeah, let's go ahead and just do that. And then let me grab a couple more things so I can start blasting. Let's start blasting.
Shaven filth!
Knock off the barking.
Oh, my feet hurt. I can't. Babe, can you help me with dogs?
Already did.
Can you help me with the big ones?
No. I'm gonna have to go for a little while after this little fight here. Gotta go clothes shopping for the kids.
A warlord. You have the keys! At last, it's open! Praise the first one! What is this? Isabel! Welcome! Callum! The family of Count Lachlan of Olgam.
Becca, wait your fucking turn, dude.
Make any sense?
Patience.
They're dead! Those bastard Eternals!
Becca, wait your turn.
Them pay! I must make them suffer!
Jesus Christ, dude.
Your memory twisted into madness. Let the Driocht spare me the same.
Go outside.